AM 540 KWMT, Paul Ream with you, and we are having an interview with one of our sponsors for this week's Feed the Farmer, and that is Matt Naberhaus. Matt is a regional sales manager for Astro Buildings. Astro Buildings been around for a long, long time. In fact, has advertised over the years on KWMT, a lot of Astro Buildings that are standing in Iowa, and we're very grateful, Matt, to have you and Astro Buildings as a sponsor on Feed the Farmer this week.
Oh, thank you for having us. Thanks for the invitation to be here. We'd like to support, this Feed the Farmers program's been around a long time. Kind of always been a fan of it. Being a farmer, growing up a farmer myself, it just I'm glad that people do this and kind of help the farmers out and getting a nice warm meal in the middle of it's a lot better than cold meat sandwiches.
Absolutely. And our feeling on that, Matt, is that honestly, our farmers are feeding the world when you get around to it. The corn that goes into the cattle, the soybeans, the whole 9 yards, and it's just our way of honoring them. So Astro Buildings actually started in Carroll, Iowa. The headquarters for the company now is in Meade, Nebraska. And of course, there have been a number of steps along the way. But give us an idea, Matt, of what your territory covers.
My territory covers pretty much Highway 30 north, the whole northern side of Iowa. I get into Illinois, most of Minnesota, most of South Dakota, and I get into just a little bit of eastern Nebraska.
And of course, you're managing the sales reps throughout that area, and the construction crews. Are those like subcontractors, or are they actually employed by Astro Buildings?
We have actually a couple years ago, we kind of switched from being primarily Astro crews, like when my brother and I built for 20 years with Astro as a subcontract crew. When we were there, we had 8 company crews. We're down to about 2 company crews just because of this area that we cover. It's very hard to get a base and being able to account for it. We found out that the individual contractors, the subcontractors, they seem to do a better job managing their time and getting into the schedule a whole lot better. So we're up to, I think we have access to 28 subcontract crews between Nebraska and Iowa. We have a couple out in Colorado. But yeah,
all right. So astrobuildings.com. And if you're watching this online, all of the interviews with our Feed the Farmer sponsors are available on our registration page of Feed the Farmer. So the information that we share during the interviews is also at the bottom of the page here. And it's a very helpful website, Matt. And you can plan a building there, you can customize a building there, kind of get it all set up ahead of time, can't you?
You can do everything. You can design your building, put overhangs on it, take overhangs off, put wainscoting on it, pick every color that we offer is on that website. The colors are a little bit off, but they're pretty close. You sit there and play with it if you want shutters on your building, or if you want an overhang or a porch. If you wanted, a lot of days these houses are around and you can actually put your windows where you want them. Lay a different floor plan out. The visualizer has been a godsend in these last couple. I think we enacted it almost a year and a half ago. It has helped even on my end. When I get it, you send in your information right there, it automatically comes to me with a picture, your description. When I'm calling you, I'm not really going in blind anymore. I kind of know what you want, and it lets you know even a time frame. When do you want it? It asks you every question. I know where you're at, what you want, kind of the colors. All we got to do is kind of work out some particulars and get it scheduled on the schedule and get our crew out.
Well, you mentioned a shouse, which is a cross between a shop and a house, and these are getting, or some people call them barndominiums. They're getting very popular. I'm seeing a lot of them around the countryside.
Yes. I would say about 10 to 12% of what I quote right now are shouses. They have become very popular because they go up very fast. We can get your shop, we can get the house, we can get the garage, we can get it all framed up, ready to go. And then you've got time. You don't deal with, in Iowa, we deal with rain every other day. We deal with high winds. It gets that boarded up, and then you can go on tackle the inside at your own leisure, or have one of our contract crews do it.
Well, and under the drop down on your website that says buildings, it gives plenty of ideas for these steel frame buildings, cars, trucks, and hobby, agriculture and acreages, business and industrial, residential homes, equestrian. I mean, the applications are really limitless, aren't they?
Yes, if you can dream it, we can build it. We are a wood frame structure with a steel outside, basically a pole shed. So we go as wide. I think the widest building we've ever done is 88 foot wide, and then we go down to as small as 10 foot wide. Just your little carport garage, a little bit of cattle shed, and everything in between. There's just unlimited number of what we can build and how we can build it. Since I took over this position 5 years ago, I did not realize how many different options we can offer. When we were building, there wasn't a lot of change, but these last couple of years, people are really starting to dress these buildings up and making them look like, well, looking awesome. Nice Main Street buildings, very good looking homes, very comfortable, very warm. Just the aesthetics we can put on a building to make the look, and we still have the feasibility of the simple go to work building that we've been accustomed to and been famous for since '68. It's just, we got a good workable building that lasts. Our warranties are second to none as far as workmanship quality, color retention on our steel, posts in ground, whether you, it just goes on and on.
And besides all these applications that we're talking about, you have specialty pricing for nonprofits as well. That's really kind of a cool deal.
Yes, it's something that I've been pushing through quite a bit. Since I started, I'm on the Sac County Fair Board in Sac City, Iowa, and we had a $450,000 project to build a new show arena and beef barn. And our kids showed us support, and I kind of took what the kids were doing and gave it to Astro's higher up in the management and said, look, we really need to we need to top this. We need to do better. If they're helping everybody else out, we need to help them out. And Astro came out with very good pricing, very good structure as far as helping nonprofits and people that are putting up these community buildings that are really not making the money at it. They're just doing it more of a service. And they do need some help. So I'm glad that Astro has put a good foot forward and has really started helping them with particularly great pricing.
Yeah. And I also saw on your website that you have testimonials from customers, and Astro buildings. It's worth mentioning that you're at many of the farm shows as well. I've seen your buildings that are right on the farm show sites, etc. So that's another place that farmers can connect with you. Anybody can connect with you to find out more about your buildings, maybe see some of the colors that are available, etc.
Yes, as far as farm shows go, primarily we'll hit like the Iowa Ag Expo down in Des Moines in early February. We'll hit the Hawkeye Farm Show in early March in Waterloo. We hit obviously the Farm Progress Show every other year in Boone. We do not go out to Illinois. Just kind of gets a little bit far out of our territory for right now. We go to Husker Harvest Days out in Nebraska. We do the Nebraska State Fair. We do a couple home shows around the area. But as always, you go to the website, you'll find a map. It'll show you wherever you live, and it'll put you in line with one of the other regional sales managers. And you deal with us direct. You'll actually call us, and if we have a dealer in your neck of the woods, we'll surely pass it on to them. Otherwise, we can take care of it ourselves.
Well, and you feel strongly about your service. I noticed one of the things that you mentioned was, hey, I always answer my phone, or if you're on the other line, you can't, but your service is a big part of what you do at Astro Buildings.
Yes, I will answer my phone. When I decided this, My brother and I were, like I said, we built for Astro for 20 years as a subcontract crew and just absolutely loved it. The company, the way they treated us as we needed help. They were always there, made me feel pretty committed to them. And we always noticed that when we were talking to the customers, they says the reason we picked Astro is because you guys will answer your phone. You call me, I will. If I don't answer it, and just like I've been since this interview, there are a couple of these phone calls have come through, and I've had to text them, and I've got a little bit of a list to call now. But if I don't answer right away, I usually answer with, "I'll get back to you within an hour." So.
Well, again, that planning tool that Matt and I talked about, astrobuildings.com, the customer testimonials, really, it is a very comprehensive website and will help you a lot. The 800 number for the company is 800-822-7876. Matt Naberhaus is the regional sales manager. He lives here in Iowa, and he will answer his phone, 712-251-3060, and I also have his email address online on the interview online if you want to take a look at that. Thanks, Matt, for spending this time with me today.
Thanks, Paul. We're just glad we can help with Feed the Farmer, and thank you for the time to kind of get our voice out there.
Matt Naberhaus of Astro Buildings, one of the sponsors this week on Feed the Farmer. I'm Paul Ream reporting.